4th of July, and I'm going to talk a lot about 4th of July. It's a little bit late for me to be talking about it, but I got my last video out late. So I'm going to talk about America, and I'm a very proud American. I'm so grateful to be in this country. I think this country is the best country that there is. I know that there's a lot of other countries that are good, and those people that live in those countries probably feel the same way I feel about my country. This is where I was born, this is where I was raised. I fought for my country. I raised my hand and fought for this country. My husband raised his hand and fought for this country. My father and his father both raised their hand and fought for this country. All four of our grandfathers raised their hand for this country. And my great-great-grandfather even raised his hand for this country. So I'm what, a fourth generation veteran. So I'm very proud of that. I chose to go in the military. I didn't have to. I wanted to serve my country. I decided that at the young age of 13 when I joined the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps. And then when I was 17, I joined the actual Navy. I enjoyed my time there. I'm glad and very proud that I served. And I think this is a great country to be in. We have a lot of advantages that other countries do not have. Yes, there's struggles, especially for my immigrant ancestors. When they came, they struggled. They worked hard and they achieved things so that I can be where I am today. If it wasn't for all of those ancestors involved that left their home countries and came, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm very thankful for them. And I know they struggled. My last ancestor that came in 1896, I believe it was, from Sweden. And my ancestors have been here since before the Revolutionary War. Some of them were in the French and Indian War that was prior to the Revolutionary War. So I'm going to talk about my Revolutionary War ancestors. So for those of my children that are watching, or any of my cousins that might possibly be affected, my Revolutionary ancestors are on my dad's side. And I do have documentation for all of that. So if they wanted to join the Sons or Daughters of the American Revolution organization, they could, because I have documentation that leads back to these ancestors. So my revolutionary ancestors, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 of them. So there's Lawrence Grace Sr. He was my 6th great-grandfather. There's Ashel Brainerd. He's my 7th great-grandfather. There was John Fudge. He's my 6th great-grandfather. There's Robert McReynolds. He's my 6th great-grandfather. And his father also was. And that's Joseph McReynolds. He's my 7th great-grandfather. There's John William Fleming, who was my 6th great-grandfather. David Vyars, who was my 6th great-grandfather. William Leidy King is my 6th great-grandfather. And Samuel Goldsmith is my great-great-grandfather. Now, they all served honorably, and I'm very proud of those Revolutionary War heroes, and they are heroes. Also, my husband, he has a Revolutionary War ancestor as well, so Even my stepkids can get in on this if they wanted to join the sons or daughters of the American Revolution. And that gentleman's name was David Pone. He was my husband's sixth great grandfather, and I believe he was black. He was listed as other. My husband's family was always free. Being in the American Revolution gave him a bounty, which gave him land and a farm, which my husband's family was on for years. So I just thinking back to 250 years ago that happened, that those 10 men served. And I'm sure there were probably more. I just haven't been able to trace all my ancestors, and I'm sure some of the women were involved as well. They may not have been fighting, but they may have been nurses or helping out because they were in the areas of some of the battles. So shout out to the women that supported these men who had to deal with the men leaving. It's just, I'm sure that the families struggled, and I'm very proud of them. I'm a proud American. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.